actually belongs to my cousin.
Okay.
And he actually left it with me to sell. He actually moved to Mexico.
Oh, that's a good dang. So there is a dent right here on the tank.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, really?
That's what in the photo, I couldn't tell if that was reflection or what. That's why
Oh, you're right.
That's why I specifically asked.
Yeah, I remember you asking that. I was like, I didn't see it. I totally missed it myself.
Yeah. I know that happened. Yeah, it sounds like a train. Need that little extra little bit of juice.
Oh my gosh. My hand hit the kill switch on my... Oh my god. Alright you guys, John's Moto Garage here. This is just absolutely outrageous. The pictures, I could tell these were like gnarly ape hangers, but I had no idea. Now that I'm sitting here riding this thing, it is just out of control. This is like, you've got ape hangers, like I had the Victory that had ape hangers. These are just off the chart. This is ridiculous. These things are freaking massive. Just take a second to take in the ape hangers. Yeah, that was really something. I showed up and the dude was trying to start the bike up. Alright, we're on a 2013 Yamaha Roadliner, which is basically the stripped down version of the stratoliner. It's got the exact same engine that you've run in your Yamaha Raider, which I happen to have one sitting in the garage right now. It's a 1900cc, 113 cubic inch, just a complete monster of a bike. And I'll pull over here in a minute and jump off the bike, show you what we're looking at. Oh my gosh, this is gnarly, you guys. I don't think I can make this turn. We did it. Anyway, this it actually runs real solid, which is a bit of a drag because cosmetically I can't say the same thing for it. And again, I'll pull over here and show you guys what I'm referring to. Dude, I need to do a much better job paying attention to where I'm going. This is crazy. Look at these ape hangers though, man. These things are freaking massive. How is it if you take your hands off? Well, that's not that bad. You guys probably can't even see my arms. I don't even think the wide angle on this GoPro can see just how massive these ape hangers are. This must be a sight to behold, me chilling on this thing. But anyway, cosmetically, this thing, it's got a big dent in the tank. We'll jump off and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And before I came out here, I shot the dude a message and I specifically asked about that. Like I literally said, is there a dent in the tank? And he said, nope. Because in the picture, you can never tell if it's I always have a tough time telling if it's a dent or a reflection, right? Well, there's clearly a dent right there in the tank. And you can tell the bike's just been sitting outside. It's got a lot of wear, just pretty dirty. So anyway, unfortunately, I don't think this will be the bike for me, just overall condition, but it seems to be running pretty solid. But I also noticed that there's a leak, an oil leak, over on the other side. But yeah, these are 113 cubic inch. It's a drag. I was really excited about this bike. I was hoping it'd be in much better condition. The pictures look pretty good, but there's an example, you guys, both for buyers and sellers. So for people buying bikes, something could look awesome in the pictures, doesn't necessarily mean it is in person, so you definitely want to check it out first. Never buy sight unseen. He's got like an aftermarket horn on this thing. Well, he's got all this goofy, like all these hoses hooked up here. I don't know exactly what's going on with that. And here I noticed there's oil leaking and building up there. So, but yeah, it's got Corbin hard bags. I mean, it's got some dope stuff on it. I wasn't sure about the ape hangers, and after seeing them in person, they're just way too big. Cosmetically, the bike is leaves a lot to be desired. And then also these ape hangers, I think, just basically really narrow the market of anybody who's gonna even consider this bike as an option. And you can always go back to stock handlebars, but you're gonna be spending, you know, a couple hundred to maybe 500 bucks extra, plus labor and all that if you have somebody else do it. So it's just a headache. Most people aren't going to be willing to do that. So unfortunately for me, this is not going to be one that we pick up today. I'll do concluding thoughts here after I drop off the motorcycle and collect my collateral. John's Moto Garage, as always. Like and subscribe.
My concern is the hay hangers are a little bigger than I thought they'd be. But also just a little concerned about the oil. I just know it's filled up there, and then underneath there's already a drop coming down.
Oh yeah, I see it.
As well.
Kind of a pain in the butt, to be honest with you.
Yeah. It's one of those things you're like, yeah, it's not that big a deal. I'm thinking of it for you, and then
That's exactly how it went down.
next thing you know, you're like
He's in Mexico doing what he's doing, and I'm over here
dealing with this.
dealing with this. But no big deal, whatever.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world, but right on, man. Well, I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for coming to look at it. Hopefully you find something.
Yeah. Take it easy, guys. See you, man. Have a good one.
Man, we are on a roll. I looked at a Sportster last night, didn't buy it. That thing had an oil leak and was just rough condition. And the Yamaha Roadliner / stratoliner, clearly we didn't end up buying that bike as well. So what can we take away from that experience with the Yamaha Roadliner? Because this actually happens quite a bit. All right, you guys, my final thoughts on the bike. I'm taking off. I decided not to buy it for a number of reasons, which I'll go into here. So after getting back, I checked underneath, had a obvious and pretty good sized oil leak. It was already starting to drip oil just after that short ride. Also, like on the top rocker covers, I noticed oil seeping out as well, considerable amount. For me personally, any oil, that's a deal breaker for me. I just don't want to deal with it. In addition to that, cosmetically, the thing was very rough around the edges, had the dent in the tank. Furthermore, now we're really digging deep in our vocabulary here, the vernacular. Furthermore, what was furthermore? I can't remember what furthermore was. Good bike. Oh, the thing wasn't even starting up. Yeah, that's what furthermore was. Furthermore, the bike wasn't even starting up when I got there. So I think the guy selling the bike, he told me he was selling it for a cousin of his. Or I think he was being honest. I don't think he was trying to pull a fast one. And I think he just really didn't have an idea of what it was he was dealing with and the condition of the bike. Just because something on Craigslist looks good in the photos doesn't necessarily mean that's the case. And this happens to me all the time, even from a selling perspective too. So I'm trying to sell a motorcycle and I see another bike pop up and I'm thinking, oh dang, you know, I need to price mine more competitively because this one looks awesome and they're pricing it cheaper. Sometimes the other product out there isn't as good as yours. No, that's not a drug reference, you guys. Oh, so you guys may be curious what the price was going to be for that bike. So I know the dude was willing to take at least $4,500 for it. It had 18,000 miles and some change, and KBB trade-in is around $4,900. Retail is around like $7,000, $7,800 bucks. It's a 2013, so it is newer. So had the thing been in really good condition, $4,500 bucks would have been a great price for the motorcycle. But in the state that it was in, for me, just not worth it. I hope everybody can learn from these types of experiences. That's why I post them, because these are things I encounter on a regular basis. So whether you're selling your motorcycle or you're in the market for a used bike, these are things to look out for, things to consider, things to take into account, because you just never know what you're going to run into out there. To me, at the end of the day, even though I spent, you know, probably 2 hours out of my day, it's worth it, because for every few of those no-goes that you go out and check out and they just don't pan out, you can find really good deals out there if you're patient and, you know, you spend your time looking. There you have it. The Yamaha stratoliner, Roadliner, unfortunately did not pan out. I really like those bikes. I've had a few that I've sold in the past. They're the same engine that you have. It's the exact same 1900cc you've got in the Raider, but of course it's in more of a cruiser style of bike, so it's more suited for your longer rides, more comfortable. And that one, the ape hangers were a little over the top anyway though, so it's hard to say. It didn't look as bad in the pictures. When I got there, I was like, what the heck is this? It was crazy. John's Moto Garage, gracias as always for tuning in and checking the channel. I really appreciate the support. We're getting close to the 300, so if you haven't already, smash the like button, subscribe, and we'll hit you guys up on the next one. Adios.